Yeah. Let's start this thing called love. Let's share this thing called life. Good morning, welcome, happy day, everybody. Just look at the people around you, whether your face, we can see you or not. Just want to feel that energy, send out those love vibes that we have to everyone today. Today is such a magnificent day to share. There's so much to express. There's so much to be. There's so much to have and to hold right here in these little walls that we've created for all of us to come together. So today is Froggy Friday. My name is Reverend Barbara Samuel, and along with my partner in service is Reverend Gwen Smith, and we are your co-spiritual leaders. And we welcome you, we embrace you, we celebrate you, we love you, and you showed up today. So what do you expect? What do you expect? Some love, some joy, some song, some inspiration. Hey, James, good to see you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to start today because we are talking about vulnerability. The power of vulnerability and the ability to let go and just allow it to all just be what it is. While we were together, we shared a lot about life. And I want to thank everybody for opening up your homes, your heart, your lives, your busy calendars, your schedules to accommodate Reverend Mel and I. Well, we were with you for the last 3.5 weeks. We bless you. We thank you. We appreciate you. And my life, and I can speak for Mal too, but she can pop on if she wants, is forever transformed and changed because of each of you. I feel a deeper connection, and I know that you feel it too. I know it's reciprocated, the love, the kindness, the generosity, the heart that was just exposed. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I want to start today as we do all things, because it is the thing that sets us apart from every other faith, philosophy, religion. It is the thing that makes us science of mind, and that is our steps of treatment. And so I'm going to ask Michael to unmute and lay that foundation for setting the intention for our beautiful, powerful morning. And then following that, Christine's going to go straight into her meditation.
No,
Nancy
will sing us into the meditation.
Then following that, Nancy will sing us into the meditation. And you like that, hey, Pat? Smooth like butter. And then into our meditation, we will go and we'll come out and we will sing our love song that we sing, One People. And we're going to start with the rest of our morning, evening, day. So Michael, away we go.
Oh, yes. In this sacred moment of now, let's go into that place where we know that there is only one power, one presence, one mind in this universe. And we tune into this one presence that is infinite joy, infinite love, infinite peace, infinite intelligence. And in this oneness with this divine mind, we relax into this moment, allowing the richness and the fullness of divinity to embrace this gathering. Here and now, we open our hearts and open our minds to the free flow of divine life, divine love, in all its splendor, in all its magnificence. We are tuned to the vibration of love, peace, and joy. This creative, infinite intelligence is made manifest here and now. And from this moment forward, our lives are changed at death. As we capture this precious moment and divine gifts, we individually and collectively release any obstacles that would hinder the unfoldment of our divine good. I honor and celebrate everyone gathered here today. This divine infinite idea of CSL Kenya is beautiful, and we celebrate this divine idea of CSL Kenya. I release my word knowing that my word, filled with gratitude in our hearts, filled with joy in our hearts, we know that my word is filled with power and truth. I let it go. I release it, and together we say, and so.
So it is. Christine, you can unmute and go right into it as soon as Nancy's finished.
I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive.
I invite you to join me by closing your eyes. Take a few breaths with me. I invite you to take a few breaths with me by inhaling, release, inhale, release. Feel your body relaxed and feel your mind relaxed. Focus on your breath and feel the tension in your body leaving. Slowly feel the relaxation through your body, through your shoulders, through your abdomen, and feel all the tension leaving your body. Take another breath. And as you release, feel the energy of love all over your body. Feel your body, feel the light, feel relaxed. And as you feel this relaxation, I also invite you to take another breath. And as you release, you come to this beautiful place that is a garden. And in this beautiful place, represent the garden of your life. See the flowers, see the beautiful plants. And all these gardens represents your life and the blessings that comes with all these beautiful plants, these beautiful flowers. The flowers and trees are the symbol of many aspects of your life. I want you to take a moment and just feel the beauty of these blessings, the blessings of abundance. Feel the blessings of peace, the blessings of healing. And as you feel these blessings, as you walk around this garden of beauty, you see a place that is very comfortable and you decide to sit down. And as you sit down in this place, you start to explore your garden. And as you explore your garden, you realize that you are very abundant, that in this garden, there's a lot of blessings, there's a lot of healing. And you sit there in the place of gratitude and you feel so grateful and you're just happy and you're feeling so happy and so joyful. And you just feel the energy flowing through you because of this beauty and these many blessings that are surrounding you at the Center for Spiritual Living Kenya. You feel all these people who surrounds you with joy, with love, with peace, with knowledge, and you just feel so good in this garden. And you just want to be in this place of beauty, in this place of gratitude, in this place of knowing, and it is all beautiful. And it is all surrounded by love and joy. And in this moment, I want you to feel the energy coming back through your toes, up to your ankles, up to your abdomen, up to your chest, up to your shoulders. And it is all light that is surrounding you with joy and love. And I invite you to take a deep breath. And in the count of 3, I'll invite you to count up to 3, and then you are free to come back to this present moment of Froggy Friday. 3, 2, 1. I invite you to come back into this present moment of Froggy Friday, and let us continue together.
Thank you, Christine. That was beautiful. And we're
Thank you.
all opened up and ready to receive. Let's sing our song and just get into that vibration of music and uplifting.
Do you want to start or do you want me to?
Sure. We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are, we're part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Reverend Barb.
We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another, born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Babies, take it away.
We are one people, one strong heartbeat, just one spirit shining bright within us all. We are a part of one another. We're born to love each other. When it's all said and done, we are one. Where's the spirit figures? When it's all said and done, we are one. Ooh. Oh, can I just welcome Reverend Barb home and Reverend Mel back to this side of the ocean. And it's wonderful hearing all the connections she's made, all the stories she's made, created great connections and vibrations, and bringing our community even closer together with that web of love. And so I want you to all put your fingers together, your hands together, and welcome Reverend Barb for this morning's message, this evening's message.
Thank you, Reverend Gwen. You know what
Send
I
her the
love?
love, send her the love.
I feel it. I do. I feel it. I have been so well received. I see you, baby boy. I see you. We have been so well received by each and every person on this square, beautiful Zoom meeting and beyond. We were nourished, we were fueled, we were filled up and inspired, to say the very least. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the very depths of my soul to each and one of our sacred community. We're talking about vulnerability today. How many of us had the opportunity while you were with me to go deep? Deeper than you thought we were going to go. Thank you, Christine. Deeper than, yes, Philip. Yes, James. Thank you. And I know with all of you that I had that. Yes, Nancy. I'm just so grateful. And that's what vulnerability is. So I'm going to read a quote from Ernest Holmes. He said, undoubtedly, we are surrounded by and immersed in a perfect life, a complete, normal, happy, sane, harmonious, and peaceful existence. But only as much of this life as we embody will really become ours to use. And as much of this life as we understand and embody will react as immutable law. The reaction to the mechanical and to the volitional. The concept, he says, is wonderful and fraught with tremendous significance. And in it is bound up our hopes, our fears, our expectations, and our future and present realizations. Oh, our message today is vulnerability. That's the title. But today really is about surrounding yourself, just like Christine said in her meditation, just like Michael said in his treatment, surrounding yourself with the people who lift you up. Yes, it's so important to protect our energy and to take time to evaluate the people in our life and focus on those strong and healthy relationships. That's what we did. We created strong and healthy relationships. We surrounded ourselves with love. And what that does is it attracts more love. That's what I know. So I said the title today is The Power of Vulnerability, letting go and letting in. Letting go and letting in. It's often easier said than done. Yes. This concept of vulnerability, it calls us to loosen up our grip and open up to the endless possibilities that await us right here, right now, each and every one of us. I am constantly affirming in my life. This is my affirmation, and I share it with you. And tag your it, take it to use it if it's yours, and I'll share it after if I can remember exactly the language. But I always say, my willingness to be vulnerable opens myself up to love, joy, sadness, heartbreak, and all the things in between, creating an expanded space to live and grow. This month, with all of you, man, it has been an exploration of the power of vulnerability. Being with all of you in person was really powerful. It was magnificent. And I embarked on this journey with great intentions, with the key to step forward and gain clarity for what vulnerability is and why it's so important. And my intention was to make connections, was to be open as I promised you I would, and as you gave me in return. And we explored between all of us. And even if I didn't get a chance to see you, I know you feel the ripple effects of what's going on in the community. So it's okay if you're like, oh, I didn't get to see Rev Barb, because we were connected actually. And that was part of what was being really happening behind the scenes as we build this community to move forward. So we explored what gets in the way of being vulnerable and what steps we can take to navigate together this path, this journey, this love. And what really happened was we discovered that vulnerability is a key ingredient. I discovered this, and maybe you can feel it for those of you that connected. We discovered that vulnerability is a key ingredient in our own personal transformation, and that it creates expanded awareness of what lies just below the surface of that vulnerability. And as we looked at that vulnerability through that lens of awareness, we began to see transparency, how that vulnerability can be transparency, that it could be a building block for our thriving and healthy community. Yes, our community, your community, not just mine and Gwen's or your teachers, yours. And we talked about that and how the community is vital and necessary to grow. We also focused on how we can harness that power of vulnerability and living a life that is full of possibility, a life lived out loud and with purpose. Yes? So I want to begin by discussing, I want to continue to discuss vulnerability on the individual level. And that's when we explore and begin to explore how self-reflection, allowing and opening to serve the integral parts to our own willingness to be vulnerable to ourselves and to those all around us. And the more that we can become friendly or make friends. I know in some of my programs with you, I talked about dating and being married in relationships. And I'm not talking about your primary relationships. I'm talking about with our colleagues, with our spiritual relationships, and with ourselves. When we can begin making friends with ourselves and all parts of us, the more we begin to explore our ability to bring those aspects of ourselves to life in more expansive and dynamic and incredible ways. The more that we're able to do this for ourselves, well, the greater our ability to be able to create space for others to do the same. Yeah? Let me see it. Are you feeling it? Okay, Pat's feeling it. James is feeling it. Thank you, Christine. All right. We're getting there. We're feeling it. I love it. So if we look at the science of mind point of view, because that's what we teach here. We teach the science of mind, and we don't teach you what to think, but we want to engage you in how to think. And so when we bring these core concepts of the science of mind and we bring it together with transparency and vulnerability, what we do is that key concept is wholeness. Wholeness, the whole of it. Now, wholeness doesn't just mean or include the things that we love about ourselves, our experiences, our lives, our family. It also includes those parts of us that we'd rather hide, those experiences that we would have rather not had at all in our life, and the embarrassment or the shame or the pain and all of that messiness in between. Yes, this is all part of the wholeness. This is going to make me cry because I went deep with you and you went deep. You allowed me to be vulnerable and go deep with you. And that's understanding the wholeness. Vulnerability without the wholeness, it wouldn't be possible, friends. Wholeness contains and it creates the container for us to step into and live our most authentic and genuine lives. Not just, what we're showing here on Zoom or on Facebook or Instagram or any of those other things that we show our best pictures, our prettiest faces forward. We sent Reverend Mel and I, bless her for sending all of the videos and the photos ahead on Facebook and Instagram and to our community to share. And those were the fun parts and those were the loving parts. But behind that, there were a lot of work parts. I have never in my life been more emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically exhausted as I was in those last 3 weeks, being authentic and transparent and open with each and every one of you. The wholeness includes our bed head. It includes my big butt. Lots of you were like, wow, you look very different in person. You didn't even recognize me, but it's me. Wholeness is big enough to fit all of it. It's true. Some people didn't even recognize it was me from the last conference. which was magnificent because I got to recreate myself. I got to be brand new again. It was magnificent. It's okay, Philip. It's still me. And I'm safe and I'm healthy and all is well. You guys are fun. So as we're discussing the wholeness, as we're discussing, vulnerability, in my opinion, there's three discussion points that we can take with us to demonstrate what I'm trying to share with you. One, on a personal level, knowing, period. Knowing, not know, but knowing on a personal level, the vulnerability calls us to reflect on ourselves with gentle eyes. What's the words that I always say? If you've ever been in a class with me, or if you've ever been with me, I always say gentle, gentle, because that gentle and that second gentle, it solidifies exactly what the first gentle means. To be willing to observe all aspects of ourselves and with an open heart. And when we're really super excited to see others and we want to hide that other stuff in the closet that doesn't work for us, but when we want to see others, but there's other things to deal and cope with too, we can take that stuff out of the closet and we don't have to throw away the key. We can know that a key aspect of vulnerability is that an ever growing, ever evolving awareness of who we are is to be willing to know and say yes to it. It represents the fullness of our own individualized expression. Am I saying it right? Are you getting me? Are you getting me? When we're able to make friends with all the parts of ourselves, when we're able to not just date, but marry all the parts of ourselves, then we can begin to take, not only look at those new parts with new, gentle, gentle eyes, but we can actually begin to honor them and begin to allow them to express fully. And then, friends, it's in this knowing that we become empowered to bring our whole self to life. So that's the first one, knowing. Second one, allowing. Allowing is a key ingredient to vulnerability. It's the willingness to let go and allow ourselves to fully embrace all aspects of ourselves, all of it, the good, bad, and the ugly. It's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Fear and uncertainty, those two things can be barriers to vulnerability. We broke through those walls. We created walls that we broke down those walls that had been created that were so high over our lifetime and so thick that nothing could get around, nothing could go through, nothing could take it down. But we took it down. We took it down these weeks. We allowed the fullest expression of ourselves. And I know that was uncomfortable. And let's be honest, sometimes a little terrifying. But it's in the allowing that we were able to live out loud those bricks of insecurity, old thought patterns, societal frameworks. Those are just a few that we walked through together. Thank you. They can create barriers in our experience of life, the new life we're creating. And sometimes the walls come down in one clean swoop. That happened. And other times it's a brick by brick by brick job. And that happened, and we'll continue. We'll continue to take them down piece by piece. This takes vulnerability. It takes willingness. And sometimes it takes willingness to be willing to allow our thoughts, our emotions, our ideas, our creativity, our messiness, all of that stuff to be fully seen, not only by others, but ourselves as well. And it's in the letting go that we gain a deeper understanding of our connection to ourselves. Yeah. To ourselves, to spirit, to the world around us. We learned so much from each other these weeks. And it's in this activity of allowing that often our true selves are found. And the third, knowing, allowing, and opening. Vulnerability opens the door for all the experiences of life to rush in. Now, this is not to say that these experiences are going to be one that are super exciting to have. It's true, but our ability to open, even when it may be difficult, gives color and feeling and texture to our lives, and it speaks to the wholeness and the fullness of our lives. Yes, wholeness does not represent just the things we love about life, but it also encompasses those things, as I said, that maybe you don't want to see, maybe you don't want to hear, and definitely you don't want to experience. But to open ourselves up to live fully and see all the things as part of the wholeness, man, it's rewarding. It's rewarding. It can be challenging, but it's rewarding. The willingness to be vulnerable, to open ourselves to love, joy, sadness, heartbreak, and all the things in between. It creates an expanded space for us to live and grow. It calls us to loosen the grip in those areas that keep us playing small and open up to the possibilities that await for us as a community, as an individual, as a whole in this teaching of the science of mind. I'm making myself cry and I don't have a tissue, forgive me. So here's my request for you. For those of you that went there with me, and those of you that didn't have a chance, we will. Hold on, we're coming. Here's my request. That you continue the willingness to be open and vulnerable with yourselves. It's an important step to living your life out loud, and it calls us to take a look, as I said, at all the aspects of ourselves and hold them with love and gentleness, gentle, 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 gentle. And as we begin to make friends with ourselves, we then are empowered to let go of the things that no longer serve us and allow us to open to our authentic selves. We're called, people. We are called, my spiritual family. We are called to embrace the wholeness of life and explore the ways to allow our understanding of that wholeness to open the door to vulnerability, authenticity, and connection. Are you with me? Are you willing to go there with me? Come on, let me see you. Let me see you. Let me see you. Come on. That is my sharing with you today. That is my love for you today. That is my memory of who we are today. And I am here, Reverend Gwen and I, Reverend Melody, all of your teachers. We are here for you, but I want you to know, I know that you are here for me. I know that without hesitation or reservation. So go forth and shine the love and light you are. Share the peace and blessings and abundance that is yours to share. And never, never settle for less than who you absolutely are. I love us.
Thank you. I know those visits are glorious. Yes. Yes. Reverend Barb and I still have to debrief the visit because it's just so jam-packed with rich, beautiful, loving experiences. So I'm looking forward to more because I know what it's like being with all you. I know what it's like. It's fantastic. It's deep, it's meaningful, it's fun, it's lively.
It is, and I'm not, Mel wants to share a little something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You can jump in, Mel, at any time. Just we really worked with each other beautifully, and you know how it flows. So if you
I'm a
feel
bit
you
rough in the throat, so I'll give it a miss right now.
okay.
Okay, you take good care there, Mel.
I hope I covered everything.
Dive into the deepest. So what's next on our plan there, Reverend Barb? Have you got a song?
We, you know what? I do have a song. I don't have any lyrics for it, but I want to talk about letting go. So I think we need to sing "I Release and I Let Go," and we're just going to do the chorus. And I know many of you know this song. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm wholly here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. Nah, 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 no more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Sing it. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Amani, I can feel your love and your presence. I loved hanging out with you.
Oh, great, terrific. Thank you. We have a couple announcements.
Yes, we do.
We've got some classes starting up. Visioning is on Wednesday. And we were going to run a discovery class this Saturday, but we just didn't have enough numbers. So if anybody knows of anybody that's kind of interested, a little curious, would like to know a little bit more about us, it's only 4 weeks and it's every Saturday for 4 weeks. So we've just pushed it back and we'll see if we get some more interest. We also have 15 committed
conscious commitments to conscious leadership.
There we go. There we go. Obviously, it's Reverend Pat that's going to be teaching that, and it's a dynamite course. You don't need even science of mind to know to join that course, of course.
And even if you don't identify yourself as a leader, the mere fact that you are here means that you are a leader. And we're all
it's also
in
being
our
a
own
leader
right.
in your own life, right? Like it's about stepping up and being above the line, and you'll find that out what I mean if you join the class. So come on in, let Nancy know if you're interested in anything. The other thing that we need to know is if there's anybody else interested in choir. We are still holding on to choir. We want to do another Taizé service in the near future. And if you're interested in singing, come join us. You can let Nancy know, and then she'll pass on the details of when we meet. Nancy, Mathani, James, Christopher, to name a few, are already there. But if you're inclined to sing, come and join us. It's actually quite fun. And we're learning new thought music, which is right up our alley, right?
Can I also add to that? Can I tag that?
Yes.
Our choir, I spoke with many of you there, and we're going to start a choir too for a conference. And how we're going to do that is we're going to send parts out and it will be, you guys will hear the audio and learn your parts. So those people who are in choir, you're already leading the pack, because I'm going to really be counting on you for the conference to step up and step forward and sing out and share your voices. So choir is fun. It's when you sing together, you breathe together. And when you breathe together, you're living life together. It's very magnificent and very powerful. So if you think, oh, I'm not a good singer, I'm not good enough, when you blend your voice with a number of people, there's one voice, one power, one
True
voice.
story. True story. True story. Is there anything else that anybody else have any announcements that you want to make or comments
Those were the
at this
three I had.
time? No. We've got some lots of exciting things going on, and of course we're doing the 2024 conference planning, and Reverend Barb and Mel did a lot of work while they were there, as well as they with Nancy and Lamech,
Yes.
and Paul organizing I guess venues and rides and all that kind of jazz that goes along with the conference. So it's coming together, folks. It's really coming together. And so I invite you to set your intention to come to it, set your intention to financially contribute to your fee to come in and be a part of that grand, rich experience. The other thing I wanted to, we're going to do our affirmations. Now, the other thing I want to ask is if there's anybody that would like treatment work. We have our 2-minute miracle. We have practitioners right here on the screen that will be thrilled to serve you in knowing the truth for you. So just put up your hand. Reverend Pat, will you make up some rooms for us when we go to, would you do that for us? Okay. Is there anybody that wants treatment? Oh, we got James. And we're not going to put you in the room right away. Lady T wants a room. But because we really do want to do our offertory
Yes, please. I want to do that.
affirmations, and we want to do our benediction. And we don't have Wilkester join us today. So
Oh, you
let me see. Let me spin the wheel. Rahima, will you do our closing?
But before we do the closing, our benediction, and I
Oh,
know she'll say,
yeah, we're gonna do the offertory. Yeah, I just want to get her to say yes. Yes. Right.
Sorry, yes, that's the closing.
Yes.
yes, in a
All right.
moment. In a moment.
But
we'll
yeah,
cue
not
you.
right away. Not right away. We want to include
Okay.
everyone that's going to go into their rooms. We want to include them in the closing because, and then they'll go into their rooms. But first, we're
also-
going to do the offertory affirmations.
Before we do that, I also
Oh.
want to, sorry, Gwen, we're all over. I'm sorry. There's so many things in my head. I appreciate your flexibility. I want to welcome our CLF new board members, Conscious Living Foundation. We have Flo that's new on our board representing you, Kareth, Muthoni, Duke. And I want to thank Michael for the invitation to facilitate and all of the board members of the time that we had together. So these are new people on your Conscious Living Foundation board representing our community, and they are the voice of wisdom and direction and love. So I just want to acknowledge that as well, because that's really powerful.
It's
Michael,
led by Michael, and Paul is on the board. Rahim is on the board.
Nancy is an
Yeah.
adjunct. Lamech.
Lamech. So powerful force we
You want to
have
say
going
anything,
for us.
Michael?
Michael, yeah.
Do you want to say anything, Michael?
No, thank you for bringing that up. We welcome everyone who joined the board. We are so grateful for their willingness to serve the community and their willingness to bring their gifts to the service of this community. So we are going to be having exciting things coming up. There are fresh new ideas around how we run our community gatherings. Yeah, it's an exciting time. We are pleased to have the new energy on board. We are pleased to have everyone who has also served during this time. So yeah, lots of things happening in the community. Thank you, Reverend Barb, for
Yes.
inducting the board, the new board members. It was wonderful. Thank you.
And I want to thank Jeffrey, who has served for many, many years, who served on the board. His time's his treasure, his talent, and he has stepped down now as he goes into other roles with his life. And we are so grateful for his support. And I also want to share that as a board, your board now has agreed on conscious giving. And conscious giving is a regular monthly sharing back into the center. So they are giving where they get their spiritual good. And we are so blessed for that consciousness. And I know that that consciousness trickles down to each and every one of our members, our community, our spiritual community. And with that, we get to acknowledge that we run this center completely off of donations. Not just donations here in North America and around the world, your donations. So it doesn't matter how much or how little you feel you contribute, every little bit matters. So let us unmute and share these offertory affirmations together. Can we do that? Unmute, 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 everyone. Unmute, unmute. I'm waiting for you to unmute. And we will say these together. I will say it first and then you'll follow me. I am filled with the energy of abundance.
I am filled.
I am filled
Filled
with the energy
with the
of
energy of
abundance.
abundance.
And I am willing to share
And
I
I am willing to
share
share
my financial good
my financial good
with my spiritual community.
with my
my
spiritual
spiritual
with my
community.
spiritual community.
Yes, we are. And so it is. Now let's get to that benediction, Rahema.
Thank you. Join me as I know that there is only one God. And as I know that there is only one God, I am grateful for this Froggy Friday, for the teachings that we've had on this day, for the sharing, for the affirmations that we've had, for the connection that has connected all of us in different time zones, different places, because we are all one. And I'm grateful, for I know that as we head into the weekend, we are still connected. We are covered with the warmth of love. We are presenting ourselves into the world as love, as God, as expressions of God. And I'm truly grateful for all this. And so it is.
So it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Rahema. Thank you for being spontaneous.
Love you,
Michael,
sister.
can I get you to go in with James for a treatment session, a 2-minute miracle?
Sure.
Is James, oh, James not here.
Yeah, he is. Oh, no,
Okay.
did he leave? Maybe he left.
He might have got knocked off. Oh dear. Okay, and Karis, will you go in with Lady T?
Oh, James is there, Michael. He's in room 2.
Michael, can you go into room 2?
Yeah, he is. He's there now.
Okay.
Lady
And
T, you're in room 1.
Lady T, yeah. Except to go into lane. Anybody else want treatment?
We have 1 room available.
Lady T, except going into room 1, and then you can join Kareth. Timo? Maybe she's gone.
Oh, she's still there. I see her on the screen, but she hasn't gone into the room yet.
Stop recording, Gwen.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea. Thanks, everyone.
I love us.